This week, right here on Charger Bulletin News, updates surrounding DEI policies, Charger track and field cleanup at the NE10 Conference Championships, and exciting opportunities at this year's Student Support Day, right here on Charger Bulletin News.
Welcome back to another live episode of Charger Bulletin News. I'm Michael Crowley.
And I'm Hayden Leach. Let's get right into this week's stories. Recent executive orders signed by President Donald Trump have been making their way to headlines, including one titled, "Ending Radical and Wasteful Government DEI Programs and Preferencing." Signed on January 20th, the order requires each federal agency, department, or commission head in consultation with the Attorney General, the Director of OMB, and the Director of OPM to terminate to the maximum extent allowed by law all DEI and DEIA and environmental justice offices and positions. U.S. District Judge Adam Abelson granted a preliminary injunction blocking the administration from terminating or changing federal contracts they consider equity-related. Abelson ruled that the orders likely carried constitutional violations, including those against free speech rights. The injunction order is nationwide in scope, and this executive order also applies to federal guarantees working in the realm of DEI. On Thursday, the university's own Myatt Center for Diversity and Inclusion, formerly known as the Myatt Center for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, removed the E, or equity, from their webpage and Instagram page. While not directly a product of recent news, many university students have taken to Yik Yak to voice their concerns. After reaching out to the Myatt Center for comment, Kenneth Notarino Jeffrey, one of the assistant directors of the Myatt Center, said, quote, "It's more so trying to figure out exactly how real these policies are and how soon into effect they are supposed to change. For the students who have come to us, we tried to curb this level of fear, but those concerns are still there. It's confusing for everybody. For any students concerned about the potential changes to the campus, you are encouraged to stop by the Myatt Center for Diversity and Inclusion. And while the nation anxiously watches for updates on current DEI policies and practices, make sure to keep up to date with trusted news sources."
The U.S. has struggled for decades to navigate its stance towards the secretive and unpredictable regime of North Korea. North Korea has made it known that all Americans are prohibited from entering the country. Tensions with America and North Korea in recent years have de-escalated, but this past week, an American citizen found a way in. U.S. tourist Justin Martell has become the first American since the COVID-19 pandemic to step foot into North Korea, but it wasn't easy. Martell spent over $100,000 to buy a secondary passport from a small Caribbean nation just to get in. Martell claims COVID paranoia is still rampant in North Korea. In an interview with CNN, he told them, quote, "There seems to be a rumor that COVID-19 got into the country via a balloon sent from South Korea," end quote. Martell's visit was only 5 days long, but he hopes that his visit opens up limited Western tourism in the future. For more updates regarding the U.S.'s stance with North Korea, we here at CBN will continue to keep you posted. Now, let's head over to Will with some eventful updates in sports.
Welcome back to the Charger Sports Report. I'm Will Whalen. Let's get caught up on what we've missed. The women's basketball team had a successful end of their regular season this past Tuesday. With a face-off against Adelphi University, our Chargers came out with a 57-42 victory. A double-double from Lindsey Hogan, junior guard, secured the team their W along with a game high of 19 points for center Paige Cody. The stats for our Chargers' regular season now stands at 17-9. Senior Cyrus Gribsey had a career high in points with 12 at the men's basketball game against Adelphi on Tuesday. He also put up a game high of 10 rebounds. The Chargers out-rebounded the Panthers 39-33, but unfortunately lost the game with strong efforts. Both our men's and women's track and field teams placed as runner-ups in the NE10 Conference Championships this weekend. This was the first time our women's track and field program placed in the top 2. Congrats, ladies. We had 2 first-place finishers, Gabrielle Thiel in the triple jump and Jada Kamtha in the pentathlon, showcasing an array of talents. Ania Bush jumped 11.12 meters to follow Gabrielle Thiel in second place in the triple jump. Wilney Joseph high jumped 1.55 meters, securing herself a silver medal. In the 4x800 relay, Serena Valola finished on the bronze podium for her shot put performance. A great conference championship for our Lady Chargers. The men's track and field team had 3 first-place finishes this championship weekend. Mohamed Abunar took home gold in the 3,000, Joshua Stewart in the 60-meter dash, and Niall Love in the long jump. Abunar also took home second place in the 5,000-meter, which earned him Charger Athlete of the Week. Jordan Emile won a silver medal for the 60-meter hurdles, along with Jordan Deli in the triple jump. The men's 4x400 team, Jimmy Oresti in the weight throw and Matthew Steele in the long jump, all earned silver. Earning third place on the podium was Jonah Aguiar in the weight throw, Jordan Deli in the long jump, and Matthew Steele in the triple jump. It was a weekend full of podium finishes and other great performances from the Chargers track teams. With many updates for Charger sports, make sure to keep up with CBN to stay in the loop. This weekend, sports have fierce competition home and away. Make sure to show up and show some support. For schedules and updates on Charger athletics, make sure to check out newhavenchargers.com. This has been your Charger Sports Report. Let's transition over to Paris with entertainment.
Thanks, Will. I'm Paris Taylor, and I have lots of updates for you in the world of entertainment. Let's jump right into it. I hope you've been holding space. Cynthia Erivo, a Grammy, Emmy, and Tony Award-winning actress, singer, and producer, as well as a Golden Globe, SAG, and 3-time Academy Award nominee, has just been chosen to host this year's Tony Awards. In response to her newly appointed position, Erivo said, quote, "I am so proud and excited to take on this glorious honor. I am looking forward to ushering the theater community at large through a night that celebrates the wonderful performances we have witnessed throughout the year. I hope I can rise to the occasion." End quote. The 78th Annual Tony Awards will be Sunday, June 8th at Radio City Music Hall. You'll be able to check out the live stream on CBS and Paramount Plus. Voletta Wallace, mother of legendary rapper Notorious B.I.G., passed away this past Friday at the age of 78. Wallace played a major part in helping out during Big's rise to fame, continuing to cement his legacy in pop and hip-hop culture after his murder in 1997. Wallace took control of her son's music immediately after he died, releasing his second album, Life After Death, only 2 weeks after his passing. She would also receive the MTV Video Music Award in her son's place for Best Rap Video with Hypnotize. Wallace died in hospice care. The cause is yet to be specified. The 56th NAACP Image Awards took place on Saturday, displaying Black creativity, strength, and humor. Many stars took home awards from this exciting event. Among them were Ayo Edebiri, for her performances in The Bear and Saturday Night Live. Vocal artists also received awards for their recent work, such as Kendrick Lamar for his hit song Not Like Us, and Beyoncé for her album Cowboy Carter. Former Vice President Kamala Harris delivered a memorable speech as she accepted the Chairman's Award. In her speech, she highlighted her ongoing commitment to equality, justice, and progress. Harris ended her speech by saying, quote, "Our power has never come from having an easy path. Our strength flows from our faith," end quote. Many others were acknowledged during the ceremony. If you missed the show, you can rewatch the NAACP Image Awards on the BET Network or CBS. The 31st Annual Screen Actors Guild Awards held on Sunday was a night of memorable moments and standout achievements. Hosted by Kristen Bell, who charmed the audience with a musical number inspired by her Frozen character, the ceremony was streamed live on Netflix, making a continued partnership that brings the event to a global audience. Timothée Chalamet secured the Best Actor award for his work in A Complete Unknown, while Demi Moore was honored as Best Actress for her role in The Substance. On the television front, Shogun dominated with multiple awards, including Best Ensemble in a Drama Series, and individual accolades for Hiroyuki Sanada and Anna Sawai. The night came to an end with a heartfelt tribute as Jane Fonda received the Lifetime Achievement Award, delivering a speech that resonated with the audience. If you missed the awards show, don't worry. Netflix still has it available to stream. Go grab your popcorn, settle in, and catch all the highlights, emotional speeches, and surprise wins at your convenience. Last Thursday, February 20th, American pop band Big Time Rush announced their 2025 in Real Life tour via TikTok. The band announced the tour with a comedic 4-minute short film. The band announced that they will be joined by previous co-stars Caitlin Tarver and Stephen Kramer Glickman. Take a look at a snippet of this announcement.
Okay, what is going on here?
I'll tell you what's going on here. I'm taking you guys on the road with me.
You mean you're going on tour with us?
Yep.
If you grew up with Big Time Rush, this tour is sure to excite you, promising that they will perform every song from every episode and more. The boys will be kicking it off at the PNC Bank Arts Theater in Hamdel, New Jersey. Tickets are available for pre-sale now. That's all for this week. I'm Paris Taylor, and we will see you next week with more in the world of entertainment. Let's head back to the desk with Michael.
Thanks, Paris. Our second annual Communications Equity in Media Fellowship Day was this past Wednesday and Thursday. Students got the chance to connect with industry professionals, live a day in the life, and get a look into the demands of the professional world. Let's head to our field reporter, Alex Soto, for a look into what this fellowship entails.
We're here today on the set of In Conversation, which is part of the Equity in Media Fellowship hosted by the University of New Haven. The Equity in Media Fellowship is a 2-day event in which students get to learn about careers in media and diversity within them. This is done so using breakout panels, discussions, and In Conversation tapings, which are a set of interviews with media professionals. So was there any event or anything a student ever said to you that inspired you to organize this event?
There's nothing that a student said to organize. It's the observations as you conduct classes. So doing production classes or working with my colleagues in journalism and digital media, we knew that students wanted that extra something to help them navigate what they're doing here in college to when they become professionals. So hearing from professionals and hearing from professionals that look like them makes more of the difference for their maturation to get out there and get into the real world.
Like, as a woman working in Fox, do you feel you've ever been discriminated against, or maybe somebody thought lesser of your skills because of that?
So I'm thankful to say that I have not been discriminated against at Fox 61. I do want to clarify that Fox 61 is not owned by Fox News Corp. We're an affiliate, but we don't answer to the Murdoch family. We are owned by Tegna, and Tegna they care about their employees. They care about the different voices that come from our employees, and I feel like I have not been discriminated in TV. So
That's good. This is Alex Soto, and now we're back to you guys on desk.
This fellowship was an undeniably helpful tool for our students exploring a career in the film and media industry, and we hope to see its return next spring.
Coming up, updates on the Pope's health status and potential candidate for the Person of the Year. But first, let's head to Leah with all things student life.
Welcome to Student Life. I'm Leah Komorowski. Let's get started with what's happening on campus this week. Yesterday, our field reporter Amina Taifour headed to our second annual Student Support Day. Let's get an inside look at the event.
Thanks, guys. I'm Amina Taifour, and we're here at Student Support Day. We are here with
Ashley Dunn, the Associate Dean in the Dean of Students Office.
And what do you hope students gain from this Student Support Day?
Student Support Day is about getting students in one place to get as many questions as possible answered. So our hope is that you come, you're able to feel connected, that if you have a concern or you just want to get to know what you can possibly do on campus, you have an opportunity to do so all in one day in one space and see your peers at the same time.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm here with...
I'm Adil Saki.
Nice to meet you. And what did you come to Student Support Day here to do?
Well, initially I didn't know there was an event going on here. Like my friends told me, like, come on over here. We're having a fun event here, and I just came along, and it was really fruitful. Right? I got to play a lot of games. Yeah, I got to know about my programs, like what should I like. It was a good counseling session, and I got to learn what I should take the next steps in my career goals. Right? So it was really fruitful, and yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Perfect. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. We are here with the University President, Jen Fredrickson.
Hey there, thrilled to be here.
Tell us a little bit about Student Support Day.
Well, I think it's indicative of everything we're doing at the university, because we obviously want students to succeed, and so having all the resources in one place, we know sometimes going to ask for help can be daunting, and so putting everybody in the same space hopefully speaks to our general commitment to making sure that every student excels.
Perfect. Thank you so much for speaking with us. Back to the desk, guys.
This event was packed with opportunities for students to connect with staff, faculty, and peers while learning about the important areas that impact your academic journey, career pathways, and future success. Interested in helping K-12 students develop their science fair projects? The New Haven Science Fair is seeking mentors for the 2025 New Haven Science Fair program. Mentors will work in person for at least 1 hour per week between 8:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. This program will run through April 2025. Don't have time but still want to participate? You can register to be a judge to evaluate student projects on May 13th, the day of the Science Fair. If you have any questions about this opportunity, you can contact the Science Fair Coordinator at cmwai@gnhcc.com. That's all for this week. We'll be back next week with more updates in student life. Let's head back to the desk with Hayden.
3 Thai women have been rescued from a human egg trafficking operation in Georgia. This egg farm, run by a Chinese human trafficking syndicate, has raised concerns in the nation as more information has been brought to light. One of the victims anonymously spoke out, noting the experiences her and others shared. In response to a fake online job posting, there were women taken to, quote, a house where there were 60 to 70 Thai women. The women would be injected to get treatment, anesthetized, and their eggs would be extracted with a machine, end quote. The women's passports were confiscated, and they told they would be arrested if tried to escape. The women's eggs were allegedly harvested to be sold on the black market for use in IVF treatments. The operation was exposed when one of the victims secured her release by paying a $2,000 ransom. 3 women have been rescued, but the other victims noted there were up to 100 of women that were imprisoned at the farm. Make sure to stay tuned in with CBN as updates are continued to be released.
This past week, news regarding the Pope's current health broke in Vatican City. According to the Vatican spokesperson, Matteo Bruni, the 87-year-old pontiff was taken to a hospital for urgent medical attention after experiencing significant complications. Pope Francis, who has been the leader of the Catholic Church since 2013, has faced a number of health challenges in the recent years, including a recent knee issue that required him to use a wheelchair during public appearances. Despite his age and medical concerns, he has continued to carry out his duties, remaining active in his ministry and outreach. Dr. Jamin Brahmabat, specialist in kidney surgery, told CNN, quote, I don't think it's anything significant per se, but we can tell his condition is still quite critical. The kidneys itself are very delicate organs, but they're also very resilient, end quote. The Vatican has called for prayers and support from Catholics around the world, urging them to join in solidarity during this difficult time. Church officials have reassured the public that updates will be provided as soon as they are available. We here will continue to monitor this developing story and bring you the latest updates as they become available. We hope the Pope has a quick and speedy recovery.
Time magazine has officially released the 2025 Women of the Year articles. Among this year's honorees is Giselle Pellicot, a survivor of sexual violence. While retired in France with Dominique Pellicot, her husband of 50 years, her world was turned upside down by his sudden arrest in 2020. Dominique was initially detained in a local supermarket for filming underneath the skirts of women while they shopped. As the police searched Dominique's laptop, they uncovered a folder of over 20,000 photos and videos of Giselle Pellicot drugged, unconscious, and being raped by Dominique and over 70 different men for nearly a decade, all without her knowledge. Giselle's story has become a pillar in the advancement of French legislation, forcing Parliament to reconsider its definition of rape. Some argued that under European law, what happened to Giselle did not meet the technical definition of rape because Dominique gave the men consent. After the Me Too movement that started in 2017 for advocacy for women's rights came to the front burner. Thanks to Giselle's determination to change society, a lasting impact has been made on the French government. Many women are speaking out, empowered by Giselle Pellicot's story. Giselle left these words with Time magazine saying, quote, "I wanted all women victims of rape, not just when they have been drugged. Rape still exists at all levels. I want those women to say, Madame Pellicot did it too, so we can too." If you or anyone you know is experiencing unwanted behaviors, there are campus resources to keep in mind. CAPS, Campus PD, and the Rape Crisis Center of Milford. For all psychological or counseling services or concerns or questions, please reach out to caps@newhaven.edu. If you see or hear anything that you would like to report, please call the non-emergency line at 203-932-7014 or email them at updsergeantdesk@newhaven.edu. The Rape and Crisis Center of Milford operates 24/7, and their number is 203-878-1212. We stand with all Chargers on campus, and remember, if you see something, say something. That's all the time for we have this week.
You can check out the latest Charger Bulletin newspaper on chargerbulletin.com or in newsstands around campus.
Stay up to date by following us on social media at Charger Bulletin.
Check out our link tree for access to the Horseshoe magazine.
Thank you for joining us. My name is Hayden Leach.
And I'm Michael Crowley. We'll see you next week with another live episode of Charger Bulletin News.